Hey, today we're showing you how to do a fish camp.
Hard to believe it, but there was once a Florida without theme parks and water parks and amusement parks. In that Florida, the main attraction was fishing. For decades, anglers from all over the world flocked to the Sunshine State. Many headed for places just like this, a fish camp.
Really, fish camps were Florida's original theme parks, and people came from all over down here just to fish.
They were oftentimes nothing more than a shack by the river, selling basic bait and tackle, renting boats, a campsite, and offering a spot to fry up your catch at the end of the day. In their heyday, fish camps could be found all over the state, and numbered in the hundreds.
We're seeing fish camps dwindle, and it's really sad because they played such an important part in Florida's culture and history.
We're off to Highland Park Fish Camp, just north of Deland in Central Florida. I'm spending a couple days with my daughter Kasey. She's 13 and loves to fish. This fish camp offers a unique glimpse into the charm and pace of life that was once old Florida.
How you doing? I'm Chad.
Hey, Captain Rick here.
Nice to meet you, Captain.
Rick Rawlings and his brother Ron grew up at this fish camp and have been running it together for over 5 decades.
We're committed to keeping Highland Park like it was, and we know that a lot of people need to experience this type of natural Florida like it used to be before the theme parks.
That's one of the great things about coming to a place like this is just the fishing nostalgia that hangs on the wall.
These fish camp stores are often like many natural history museums, housing specimens from all walks of Florida wildlife.
This is going to take a while. Take it all in.
I could spend all day in this place.
Whoa, look at that. Kasey, this is what I'm expecting tomorrow. 22-pound bass. This is a replica. Ho, ho, ho. Doesn't feel like 22 pounds. Look at that. Look how big that is. I mean, this is like a Florida biology class here in the fish camp. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Ooh, Dad, we need bobbers.
We do need some hooks. Do we have enough worms, you think? You see anything else you need?
Kasey and I are going to drop the boat in the water, so we'll be ready to go first thing tomorrow morning.
Is this like a fast boat? Like,
Is it fast?
Yeah.
If you push that throttle forward really fast, it gets fast, but you're not going to do that. You're going to be barely moving. You got this, right?
yeah, I
You
got
good?
this. I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. Okay, all right. You good, right?
I'm good.
Nice and slow. Okay. Okay. I will say I'm a little nervous, but at some point you got to let him go, so let's see how she does.
In a few years, Kasey will be driving her own car. So having her operate the boat is a perfect place for her to build her confidence, and more importantly, mine.
Wow, you did a really great job.
Thank you.
Nothing's broken. You don't need me.
I know, I told you I got this.
I know, you're right.
A true fish camp offers accommodations. Nothing fancy, but very convenient when you have to get out on the water early in the morning.
They've got all these neat little cabins that you can rent. Everything is small, but have everything you need in here, and it's got AC. Oh, look at that! They knew I was coming. Oranges.
You and your oranges.
Hey, oranges are good.
We're at one of the last great Florida fishing traditions, an old-fashioned fish camp. My daughter Kasey and I are taking in a living, breathing piece of our state's history. One of the best parts of visiting a fish camp, you won't find better fishing guides anywhere. And the families that run them have spent their entire lives getting to know these waters.
The guide that Chad's going to be going with is my very own daughter, Captain Bryn, and she can hold her own against any of us on catching bass.
Bryn.
Hey guys, how are
Nice to meet you.
Good morning.
This is my daughter Kasey.
Hey Casey, good morning.
Okay, girl, back us out.
She's a natural.
I was lucky enough to grow up here, and in a way, this is really all I know, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I got to grow up on the river, a lot of hard work, but a lot of fun too. I learned a lot, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
What a great experience for my daughter Kasey to get to fish with Bryn today.
I'm excited to have Kasey join us today. It's great to see a young girl that's learning and still excited to fish. I can't wait to show her a few things that I know.
We're heading to Lake Woodruff, where I hope the bass are big and biting. Along the way, we're treated to a perfect Florida morning.
And there's so much wildlife out here. Alligators, ospreys, all kinds of stuff to see out here.
Bryn started us out throwing shiners against the river's shoreline.
Because there's bass all up on the shoreline here. And as soon as you throw that shiner over there, the bass start looking at it, and that shiner starts going crazy. That gets you excited. Oh yeah, come on in there, girl. There we go. First bass of the day.
That's a starter.
It's a little too small. Go back.
Next, it's Kasey's turn.
Set the hook. Go, go.
All right, you got him.
That's a nice bass, girl. Stick your thumb all the way in there. There you go. You got him now. You gonna bait the hook? You want me to?
I'll bait it.
You'll bait it? That's my girl.
Of course, my girl isn't above thinking she can outfish her old man now that she's had her first catch of the day.
Dadgummit, he had it. What are you laughing at?
You set the hook too hard.
I set it too hard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that. All of a sudden, the student is the master. I don't think so. It was a perfect hook set. Trying to tell me how to fish. Taught her how to fish.
After a while, the bass fishing slowed down. So our guide, Captain Bren, decided to switch things up.
We're gonna try some panfish, and we're gonna pitch some crickets and minnows up against this bank and see if we can get a few warmouth.
Okay.
All right, guys, here's your poles. This is what we're gonna be using today.
This is our rod?
Yeah.
This is about as low-tech a fishing pole as I have ever seen.
It's old Florida, and it's easy and it's fun.
So these rods are really cool. They're self-compact like this, and you literally just snap them out, and you're ready to fish.
We're just pitching our minnows here up against this grass, this vegetation, and you're kind of constantly moving with it.
There you go. First panfish.
Well, that's one.
Panfish. They're called that because they fit completely inside a pan when you're cooking them. It's convenient.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Our first warmouth. Really, he's got kind of the body of a brim, but he's got a mouth, almost like a speckled perch or a bass. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. This ain't no panfish. This is a real fish. Look at that. That ain't no panfish. Gosh, you got a big one. Bring him in, bring him in, bring him in. Oh, man. Look at that. Good job, girl.
Yeah.
Well, he grabbed it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
For such a small fish, he put up a big fight.
He did, didn't he? This kind of fishing comes with it. A lot of snags. There's a little learning curve here, right, Ren?
Yeah, there is.
I'm still on that curve.
Ooh, another warmouth.
That's right, yeah. Good job. Well, you pulled him right out of the weeds there.
Yeah.
Like each little hole, there's like, you don't know what's there, you know, it's like, and if there's a fish there, bam, he hits it. I got him. Oh, that's a speckled perch. Oh, that's what I've been looking for all day. So gosh, we've got warmouth, brim, bass, and now a speckled perch. That's one of my favorite fish to catch. You are whooping me.
We had such an incredible morning fishing with Bren. Catching all those fish makes you hungry. So Kasey and I were off to a very unique dining experience. One we can pull our boat right up to.
Kind of hot, coming in hot.
Kind of serve yourself, make your own pancake situation. So this should be fun.
Chad and Kasey are in for a great treat today. They're coming into the Old Spanish Sugar Mill to make pancakes at the table.
Do we get a discount because we're cooking our own food?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way, sir. But you got one of the best servers, so it's worth the price.
There you go.
Okay, so it turns out my pan fishing is a little better than my pancaking.
The griddle looks like a battlefield. Smashed yolks, burnt chocolate chips, but it's fun.
So after lunch, Kasey and I made the 30-minute run back to Highland Park Fish Camp.
Heading home.
And after one of my legendary fish camp naps, Kasey woke me up because she wanted to fish more, and I was okay with that.
There we go. Oh yeah. Great thing about Highland Park Fish Camp, we have this stocked pond right in front of the bait shop here, full of these.
What a great place to bring my daughter and spend some quality time. But we still had one more fish camp experience to go, a good old-fashioned fish fry. Rick's brother Ronnie is in charge of the festivities and takes his fish frying almost as seriously as I do.
I'm gonna lay it down in there. Oh. Now go the other way and lay in 3.
Oh.
All right, 3 more.
That's kind of like a
Don't
cross.
splash them, don't splash them, lay them in easy.
Lay them in easy.
While we wait for the fish to cook up, Ronnie gives me his thoughts on growing up in a fish camp.
You know, I mean, the Highlands is really kind of a dying breed. There's a lot of fish camps that have closed down here in Florida.
Yes.
Why do you think so many have not made it?
Because the camps in the old days were mostly just rental boats, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So as times progressed, you had to diversify some. We hung on long enough that it became fashionable and cool to seek out natural backwoods places now,
Yeah.
like a lot of the times your show represents.
Yeah.
And that's good for us. Now look at here.
Good, great day in the morning. Oh,
Oh man, all right.
all right, let's eat.
Kind of a perfect way to finish up our fish camp experience.
So this is a pretty cool way to end the day, right?
Yeah. it's
Fish
really
fry.
cool. Yeah.
I mean, this is a beautiful setting here.
Mhm.
Did you have a good time today?
Yeah, I had a really fun time today.
What was your favorite part?
I got to learn a new way of fishing today. I've never really learned how to do that, but it was fun.
Bryn, she was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, she was a really good guide.
I could tell you were learning a lot from her.
Yeah.
The past 2 days, Kasey and I have seen tons of wildlife, caught a wide variety of fish, and met some fine fellow Floridians, and most importantly, spent a lot of time together. And at her age, I count that as priceless. And it's true that Florida fish camp numbers have fallen, but today's Florida visitors are looking for a real Florida experience. And nothing is more authentic than experiencing a Florida fish camp. And I promise you and your family will find a whole lot of Florida.
Hey, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed it, but more importantly, I hope you feel encouraged to get out and do Florida. How you doing, Bryn?
Good morning.
That's how we do it right there. The rod shake. You don't see that a lot anymore.
You're getting a few too many goodies in there. It looks beautiful, but it's not going to cook. All right?
Are you flagging my pancake here?
It's sort of a backhanded compliment. It is gorgeous.
Here we go.
Lots of variety on the shoreline here. There you go. Trying to tell me how to fish. Taught her how to fish.